How often do I come here? Every day. My routine is I come here in the mornings, have breakfast, then I go onto the internet, do my whatever I've got to do, emails, and then, you know, I hang about the shopping centre. Actually, the internet's probably more my office than anything. And a lady came up this morning and asked me would she meet me on Thursday, because she wants me to do some typing, so, you know, I probably will do that. It is very, very much like, you know, to compare it to a person in your life, a partner, you know, it's a significant thing in your life. I think people find it hard to understand how you can have a kind of like a personal relationship with the building, but it's not the building, is it? It's, you know, it's a personal relationship with the whole kind of like community. So I don't know, I don't know what I'm going to do until it happens. You know, I can't really say. I'm hoping that there'll be, you know, I'm hoping that they'll try and accommodate Jenny's and there'll be some relocation of the businesses and I'll go somewhere local. But it will really affect my life, I think. To not physically see it, to not even physically have it, it's just like cutting off your arm, and it's like losing a limb, you know, because you've lost something from the area. History, value, everything. You know, for what? For what? For absolute nothing, I think, actually, but, you know.
It serves as an incubator, and I think a very useful incubator for small businesses, and obviously, you know, a lot of people coming from abroad, especially sort of Africans, South Americans, South Asians, they're not people who like to have jobs per se. They're people who like to do business, and the Elephant provided a facility to do that. The shopping centre itself provides, you know, shop units of various sizes, and people can take those, and I think the rents are probably quite reasonable for central London. There were examples where, you know, a guy would have a shop or something, and then he'd sublet a little bit of the shop, like 2 square metres of it, to a guy doing mobile phones or something like that. And all those things, I think, served as a kind of mechanism by which newcomers could get a foothold into the economy. So, you know, when you've got this sort of immigrant type situation and people are going, oh, they're immigrants, but actually this is a mechanism by which they can get a foothold, start to do business, start to pay taxes, start to feel part of the society. And I think that's fantastic. And I think the big worry, the big danger of this new situation here is that we're going to lose that. We're absolutely going to lose it, because of course what's going to happen is they're going to spend millions of pounds developing it, and then they're going to go to their retail consultants and say, put together a retail strategy, and that person's going to say, yeah, sure, we'll get a Marks and Spencer, we'll get a Pret-a-Manger, we'll get a Starbucks, we'll get a Boots, and all this kind of thing. And what you will find is it will just become a generic kind of place that you find up and down the country. You know, if you were parachuted into it, not knowing where you are, you would not be able to figure out where you were, because it's like everywhere else in this country. That's what it's going to be like, and that opportunity for that throughput is going to be lost, and that's the sad thing about it.
A lot of things change, and it's not benefiting we at the present moment. Nobody from Chelsea not coming down here to buy nothing, so we rely on the poor people, and if their money cut, we suffer too. Same way they block off all the subways around here. Nobody passing no more. So who go buy? It used to be good. They had the London Hotel over there. Since the Kosovo people come there, they take over that. And they had the offices, the health, NHS had offices here with clerical workers all around here, the university. So it used to be all right. But then nothing does stay all right for a long time. It changed for the worse. So when they done develop, I don't think we would be able to stay here still, because the rent would maybe triple or 4 times the amount we pay now. It won't be the same, that's for sure. And I don't know if we could afford it. I doubt it very much. Nobody knows what's going on until it happens. We only knew 2 days before the tunnel shut it was going and shut. We're in limbo. We ask every day, but we don't know. So it's just a matter now to really and truly wait and see. It did, it finished. So we just need to lie down now and they throw sand on we. Because it's a burial service. It's burial. They will bury me right here. Yeah. It did.
I suppose in relation to the shopping centres, or we were quite interested in how they are, these public spaces, very much like your project is alluding to as well. And I think some of the most important things to do today is probably just building evidence of value, and how they are not just kept privately, these evidence, or used when you're negotiating, but actually they're already disseminated so that value gets shared with the public. Whether there are parcels of land which are maybe organised in a different way or owned in a different way as a community land trust. Why can't parts of shopping centres be owned as a community land trust by the community, and can one negotiate, 2 floors or 1 floor of a shopping centre to be owned as a community land trust? If those are, not in prime locations for retail, maybe that's okay, but they still, you need that value as evidence to be able to negotiate that with the developers.